Hello, we're back. If you were following this afternoon, we got clear to here. So this is the last part. We're going to be done with our book tonight. Super excited. Hi, Christina. And so right now we want to take out our 4x12. And then we're going to have a 4x4. And a 4¼ by 4¼ I haven't cut yet with our dots. And then we want our 3½ by 5" for the inside. No, 3½ by, no, that's not it. There we go. 3½ by 5. Let's just double check this one. Nope, it's 3½. You know, that happens. Sometimes they just get missed, or I mismeasure. And that's why you get extra paper. Okay, so I'm going to cut a 3½ by, well, that's not the one I want. 3½ by 5. There we go. I already did pull those out when we were doing this live part. So let me set those aside. Now we've got just about everything together. And did I put them back in here? I believe so. I did. The only thing I need, and you know what I noticed, there it is, it fell out of my envelope, was our cute doodle pop for that. Okay, well, let's see what all we have here. Hello again, Jen. Jen, I think you asked me a question, but I'm sorry. I'm here, so I didn't quite see it. This is going on the, I think it's going on, oh, it is. It's going on the back side. It's actually going to be used for a tag. So I want to set that in there. Otherwise, I will lose it. I know why it's chilly. I took my sleeves off. It's hot outside, but cold down here. I'm going to start with this one. Oh, I'm sorry, Christine. Well, this is our last one. And the thing is, the recording. So if you are making our projects, they are all recorded. This morning was part 3, and now we're doing the last part. And you can also find them in the playlist for the butterfly kisses. This one, 3 and 4 will be in after I'm done. But, well, hello. But no worries, because they are recorded. And April, I love it. You're as hardcore as I am. Yeah, I know. I just love doing the videos and watching videos and just crafting 100%. So are you home now? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half. Now on the original one, I did not round my corners. And you know, I'm going to round the corners on this one. The reason being, they do get a little bent up when they're left square, and it bugs me. So I'm going to go ahead and round the corners. Well, Christina, I hope you're on the mend, because I know sinus infections are the worst when your face hurts. Let me tell you. Been there. And then you want your 4x4, and we already cut the 3½ by 5 just a second ago. But we want to go ahead and grab from our 6x8 paper pad this one, because we're going to cut 4x4. Now, One other thing you could do if you do not want to cut into this, but I'm double checking because my fear of cutting our 12, we're not. We're going to just take it from here. I'm going to tell you why. These I actually am going to use on the back cover. So I'd rather you use your 6x8. And because we're also going to cut it 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And we did cut that already. Those are 4 by 4, so you wouldn't get it anyway. But we want to cut this 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And our white photo mat will sit on top. It's really cute. It's very faint. You see the polka dots in the back. And it's really cute. Okay, this is 4 by 4. My polka dots are 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And next week, Memorial Day week, but we are getting ready. We have our crafting cruise, our Alaska cruise, the end of June, and it's full, and we are sending out kits. So next week, I don't have any lives, but I will be doing a walkthrough, even if it's late tonight, because I'm so excited about it, with the 49 a Market Little Dreamer. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow. But I will do the walkthrough, but we're not going to start that till June. Okay, this is going to go right at the top. So you have about 1/8 of an inch from the top. And we'll start Little Dreamers the first week of June, because we've got to get our cruise boxes sent to the participants so they will be able to bring them on the ship. Okay, let's go ahead and put the white photo mat that's 3 1/2 by 5 on the inside. And again, you can round those corners if you want. That's not 3 1/2 by 5. That's a scrap. There we go. We'll do the decorating in just a minute. Let me take out my mat, and we'll need our cutter, and then you want the 12 by 12 striped paper with the butterflies. We want to cut that 6 by 8. Okay. Then our little flip up. And we want to make sure, cat going, put that in there. We want to make sure we leave room for the word adorable. But I did stuck it under there just a hair. We have plenty of room. Plenty of room. Just line up with the edge. Helps me keep it straight. And then that's just a great place. You can add another photo mat, but also I've talked about that before. I'd like to also take like articles or handwritten notes or different things that pertain to, you know, what we were doing that's in this album, or maybe just an article. Oh, excuse me. It's been a busy day. I do that in my December daily a lot. I'll see really cute memes or things on the internet or on Facebook, and I'll print them off and I put them in my book. Okay, then the word adorable. So it will stick out. Again, this will, excuse me, it'll lay down with the weight of our doodle pop, and then it will also, it'll relax once it's in your book for a little bit. And all the pages are sitting on top of it. Kind of smushes it. Okay. Oh, yeah, be careful of those little leaves. Uh-oh, like that one. So in your handle, let's see here. Got it. Then my handle, you may have to poke yours out too. Now it does go over the photo mat a little bit, so if you want, you can use your unstick on that top part, or cornstarch powder, or we have the EK Success, and you just rub it on there and it takes off the sticky. It smells good too. Come on, there we go. It's the only place I had to do that. Oh, sorry, now I'm going to start yawning. You guys don't bore me, I promise. So we have these two darling butterflies. Enamel. Put this one up here. second one. I'm just going to put here on the corner of my photo mat. And that's that page. And let's flip it over. The book's getting heavy, let me tell you, because we're getting there. So we're going to get into those cut aparts right here. We're going to use the bird one. We have a little cloud. Let's see. Cloud and the word sweet. See, we're going to put it, we can have it put, oh, I can't talk. I'm going to put a little piece because I remember we had this left. So I'm going to use this, or you can use the pink, whichever. You'll have this left from the front of our album. So you can go back and do that. And then our little sweetie, oh, and our flower. Okay, so what we want first. What do we want first? Let's check this out here. Okay, let's start with our black photo mat. We cut it 4 by 6. Then we have 3 3/4 by 5 3/4 photo mat. And that's not the one. And you know what, guys? I swear I get them every time, and I guess I don't. I always miss one or two when I'm writing it up or counting it. So that's okay. We're going to just cut a new one. Let's see, we should have some pieces and parts here. That one's too small. Well, we need one more that's 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Okay. All right. That's not the piece. This is the piece, because we're going to use the pink side. And that's not the piece either. Sorry. It's our striped one. It's this little guy. And you know what I did? Well, I cut mine the wrong direction. We didn't cut it off at the bottom. So we're going to do it a little bit different. Let me show you how we're going to do that. We just have to make a little hinge for it. So that's okay, because I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. I should have cut a piece along the bottom when we did the 8 first. Okay. So we want to cut a piece then. So we're going to do 2 pieces. A 4.5 by, let me figure this out really quick. Let's measure. Oh, super simple. 4 by 4. And then let's cut a 4 by 4.5. Otherwise, our butterflies would be wrong when we open the booklet. But this is This is fine too. So let's make this first. So what we're gonna hinge it because we want our butterflies, there we go, on the inside. We're gonna mat this. You don't really see it, but the inside we will. So let's go ahead and put it in our scoreboard with the 4.5 across the top and score at 4 inches. And don't push hard. It's not super strong paper. It's our pattern paper. Okay, so I'm going to fold it. The back we are going to put down in our book, so that doesn't matter. So I want you to wrap this to the back. We won't see the back. And then we'll trim it if needed. But let's make sure it's not upside down. There we go. This, okay, this is going to sit on top. But I'm getting things backwards here. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. Because I don't want that upside down. So let's put the 4 inch on the top. I was trying to get the crease in, or the hinge in the back. See, we want the butterflies, or I want the butterflies when I open it. I was trying to crease in the back, but what I did is I scored on the wrong end. You should score at the 1/2 inch, but we are going to cover it. So I'm just going to smash that out. And let's score down here at the 1/2 inch with the 4.5 across the top. And that will be fine. That way, because the goal is butterflies aren't upside down. That's our #1 goal right there. The goal is that this hinge piece is on the back side, so when we glue it down, we don't see it at all. There we go. Now this will be made strong because we're going to put this on top. You don't see it, and that's not going to hurt anything. Just make sure we do that. Boy, sometimes getting the pattern can be tricky. So let's miter that corner, and when we put this down on the back, then it's completely hidden. The nice thing with patterns when you score, it's camouflage. You can't even see it either. And it will be okay once we double mat it, or once we put the matting on top. And then one more look. See, I don't want it to be upside down. So the goal would have been to cut that off the bottom. You know how when we cut our 6 by 8, I cut it at 6, cut it at 8 first, so that we have the long piece like we did with this one. See, then we have the long piece, so we could have scored it. We would have been fine, but I cut my paper a long way. I mean, the vertical instead of the horizontal. Oh, there we go. No, that's not upside down. No, that's correct. Now I'm a nervous wreck. Hi, Tiff. I'm a nervous wreck thinking I'm going to put it on upside down. Now, see, that's not even bad, because if that's your front, it blends in beautifully. And then, see, you wouldn't have seen it either way. But this is better. Now I'm going to trim it. Sometimes they just don't always line up the best. Make sure it's a 4, and we'll even those babies out. Oh, let's go ahead and cut our cut apart. And we're going to cut it down just a little bit. It already might be because the way I just cut it. Let me take. So I want it to be more like 3 7/8. Trying to see what side to be. Keep it the most symmetrical. And then let's do that with both sides, making sure it's 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. That's the only thing, these little pieces get stuck. And you don't want them stuck, otherwise it tears up your paper when you go to cut your next one. That's why I always am removing it. Okay. And then when we put it down, see, it's going to strengthen where I had scored. So we are good there. See, it doesn't even bend now. We are good. Then we'll go ahead and take our black photo mat. It's 4 by 6, 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. And let's go ahead and put those together. Okay, we have 2 sheets left, but we need our green froggy. So I'm going to show you the proper way to cut this so we don't have issues. And yes, it is this side. So please don't cry. I know, I do too. That's why you were given 2 of a lot of these in your kits, because you got to have 2 of the cut aparts. So we're going to cut at 8. So it's just the binders. When you're doing the binders, you need to do that so you always have your, and then see, you've got these beautiful borders left. And then we're going to cut the 6. And then we have our 2 6 by 8 pieces, and we have the 4 by 12, so that we can now use that for what we need to use it for. Let's go ahead and put the frogs down. Super cute. My doodle pops. There we go. Let's pop that open. And let's lay down our photo mat. And then this, we just glue 3 sides because it becomes it's a pocket. And then actually, I do not glue. So this part we're not going to glue. I'll show you on the back. Because again, we want to slide a photo down there. And we want to stick our cute little tag. So we want to be able to get a photo down in there plus the little tag we're going to make. So you will want the cloud. We're going to put a little hole in there and a string. I'm going to use that piece we had left, or you can wait and use the pink from the front cover. Hi, Sheila. How are you doing? So let's put down this first. And I'm just leaving that little first row of froggies popping up there at the top. Okay, so before we add adhesive, I do want to bring this an inch from the edge of the matting and then just kind of make it a visual here, but I'm going to put, so I want him to stick out a little bit. So the thing is, how did I do that? Because I don't want it to fall inwards. You guys, I'm trying to remember. Let me check this. Maybe I didn't leave it open to tuck under there. Oh, I did. Oh, I did not. So I didn't. So let's talk about that for a minute. If you do want to leave this whole corner open so you can tuck a photo in, otherwise I will just put one here. I'll use this for journaling because, so that's what I did over here. I'm going to leave, and actually you'll still get a photo down because we're not going to really glue that corner. I'm going to hold my tag so it doesn't fall in because I want to glue it so I don't lose my tag. Now we can add adhesive to this outside edge and just along that edge. So you'll still be able to tuck a photo a little bit, but now see my tag won't fall all the way down in. Okay, so it will just not open on that edge. But we got a little bit of room if you do want more than just a cut down 3x4 photo. Well, hi, Tomalee. Welcome back. You know, Tomalee, every time I see you pop up in here, this paper, I just imagine your granddaughter because it's so her. Okay, so I'm just going to pick a spot here after the sunbeams. Let's see, I don't want the big hole. I just want to just use your smaller hole on your, or whatever corner or whatever punch you do have. And this will help pull out the tag versus grabbing the sunbeams. Like that, or you can wait and use your leftovers when we do the cover with that pink ribbon. Things I just don't have enough to glue the ends, but there's a way to fix that. You can just use your glue. You know, kind of shoelace it. It would. Isn't this adorable? Just imagine her name right there. It'd be so cute. Okay, make sure that it's dry. And let's see what happened here. Where'd my There it is. Sometimes when you squish your glue, it squished it too far up. Okay, well, I did, but that's okay. My little sun will just stick out a little farther than I wanted it to, but it's still cute. We'll turn it. Oh, there we go. Because it goes that way. And then when you pull it up, just cute little journaling, whatever you like there. There we go. Okay. Now the little tag, the sweet tag, I can get a hold of it. See, even sweet. I know you call her sweetie. You guys, this baby is so pretty. It's amazing. I mean, it's one of those Gerber babies. And I know everybody's is. They're beautiful. All babies. Trust me. I worked for the chief of staff of OBGYN, and I had a problem with the labor room because they're like, you can't come over and hold their babies. I'm like, she said I could. And I love babies. Well, kids too. And then we're just going to add a little flower there. Super cute. And that page is done. So we have photo spots here. You can put the little, it'll be about 3x4 journal down here. And our little sunshine tag. And then the spot there. So, okay, let's pop that one in our book. Now for this one, I talked about it in the very beginning. I do use and you'll want a thick one. If you don't have a thick one, you can just leave it. And you know what? You do have some of the tabs, or if you've got a tab punch, you can make some, but let me show you. Oh, this one doesn't have tabs on it. I think, though, we have a few in you have some in your ephemera, I think. I could be wrong. I'm not going to grab it to look at, but we will in a second. But you can also punch it with a tab punch if you have a tab. Oh, you know what? That would have been cute in there too, guys. So see, you've got leftover cuties that you can use on everything. Anything. We might have some on the pack with the words. Okay. And if you had any hopes of having your 6x8 left over, well, you don't, because we're using it. Okay, let's go ahead and get this matted, because we want to mat it first. And then we'll glue this down for the little pocket. And then our first piece is going to be 2 1/8. Now I'm going to go a little bit, no, I'm not, because it's 8 inches, 2 1/8 by 8. And then we're going to do 2 by 8. So we will have a little strip of this left over. Now it's the problem. You get to the end here and you've got the glue. So if you've got a file, let's grab that really quick, because we don't want the glue. Let's not do it on my cutter. You can use, oh yeah, 2 stickers together. Yes, you sure can. Oh, well, you know what? Because the labor nurses were like, you got to get back to the office. I'd run over to take lab work in between patients, and I was his only nurse. So patients would be there, and he'd be like, we were right there in Henderson, Nevada. stationed. So I was at the hospital. At that time, it was St. Rose de Lima. I don't know what it's called now. But the reception would be like, we're waiting for his nurse to get back from the hospital. And so he told them to tell me I couldn't come in and hold them. I had to be at work. So there was good reason. My first cut's going to be 2 1/8. And then let's just go 2 1/2. Yeah, trust me, good reason. Because I would have just stayed there. I'm going to take I'm just going to take this down to 2 so it looks a little more symmetrical. The problem is our pocket, you know, the paper's 6 by 8, but our paper, not paper, the inserts and the different dividers are longer than 8. So taking a little bit off gives us a little more even look. Okay, now I'm going to measure down, and it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go about 2 inches from the top edge. Oh yeah, and my feet, oh, when I was pregnant, my feet would kill me. So about 2 inches from the top. You don't have to measure if you don't want to. I'm going to go halfway. And the nice thing is if you have one of the Fiskars heavy, on the back, it's actually kind of got the 1/2 inch markings. I mean, halfway. This is what, the 1 inch. You can use any size. Nope, it's the 1 1/2 inch. But you can use any. Okay. Now remember, this we're going to put in our book. So put that aside because you're going to want that. Okay, we're done with that. And you just want to make sure that you're, there you go, covering that hole. Okay, now this becomes a pocket, so we're going to just glue the 2 short ends here, top and bottom, and we'll close that up. It is heavy, so it's gonna, and it's a little bit slippery, so we need to work it for a minute. Okay, then when we're all done and you want to go through and just use some of your leftovers, make tags to go in, and you'll have a few cut aparts left over you can put in the pockets. I'll just set that there for now so we have some contrast. And then we need to get out half page. So I did 15, 16, 17, 18, and back of book. So I put everything together in mine. And I'm going to have to check something because I did change, because I used the wrong flowers on the other. It's not that I used the wrong flowers. It's just that, remember, we didn't have the other flowers. So I just need to double check because I know all those flowers are going to go in there. We use that there. And I know I did pull it. I'm just going to put all my pieces and parts out here because all the flowers are for that pocket. It may be this one I changed to. It is. I thought so. Hello. So we're going to put this one here. And then we want So Happy from our sticker sheet. So we only want to do half. Oh, there it is. And then we want So Happy. So you can put this here at the bottom. You know, I think I'm going to put it up here at the top this time. Or maybe I'll put it down at the bottom where it belongs. I hate the way that glue flakes off your fingers. Okay, now let's flip that over. And when we flip it over, I need to just check our instructions. Because we want to start with our ombre. And everything went on the floor, so it gets to stay there. So the ombre piece is going to be 3 3 3/4. Should be 3 3/4 by 7 7/8. Did I not write that down? Okay, 3 3/4 by 7 7/8. And it's going to come from our full piece. And then we have 2 photo mats that are going, oh no, you know, I did this, did I do this all along? And I don't think we cut that because I did wait. Yeah, I cut this all one piece. So we're going to cut a 3 1/4. And this one was not on your cutting. 3 1/4 by 7 1/4. But let's do the ombre first at 3 3/4. I'm just double checking what else I'm using this for. We're good. Okay. So 3 3/4 by 7 7/8. I'll leave the tail on. Okay, with a piece of white. Our first cut is going to be 3 1/4. By 7 1/4. Okay, that sits in the center. And then we'll have a sticker sheet. I mean, not a sticker sheet. The So Loved is going to go in the center, and it will make it look like there's 2 photo mats. So the center it's almost 4. So if you want to find your center, and then we have the sticker, whoops, So Loved. It came from under the sun here. Let me turn it this way. I use my grid here. So I'm going to pretty much try and center it. And I'm just going to put a line of glue down the center. Oh, and you know what? We should. Now, if you don't have any powder or any cornstarch, you can also take a towel. You do get fuzzies, but it will de-stick it. I used to just do it on my jeans, and then it unsticks it. So you can pop your picture. Now, if it doesn't get unstuck, that's okay. Just cut your photo to match right there. Make sure it's cleaned. Okay. Guess I'll leave that out for just a moment. And then we'll put this whole unit right there on our half page. Think tomorrow's Friday. I won't be live. You don't have to put up with me. You've had me for 3 weeks straight. I apologize, but hey, we sure got some cute projects done. And because this has the different texture to a different finish, do take that extra time and spread that glue. All right. Now our book's getting really big here. All right, I'm going to take my pocket page out, and then I got to close it. Okay, this is our very last 6x8 piece. And we are going to cut it to fit in there. And again, it has the glue. So I'm just going to this time just barely take it off, because there we go. We'll be okay. and we're going to use the whole piece. So we want to cut our pocket first at 2 7/8. We'll leave it at 6. Oh, no, you know, I didn't. That's right. I take it down to 5 7/8. So we can have that even border. And then the top piece we'll just leave as it is. I'll use the pink. Pink in our pocket. Oh, and it's okay. That's right. It does not fit. Okay. Let me show you. Let me put this in just about to there. So that spot at the top is where we're going to use the border strip that we just cut. Okay. And you know, it just depends if you match it the right way before. Mine didn't. I had little butterflies in yellow, but this time I'm going to have hearts. And so it would depend if you cut it from this way up, or you can even take it off. But you should have, okay, we should have some more of that possibly. There you go. There you go. So that's, we won't cut this one. So if you do want it to be the same, I took the butterfly in yellow. And if you want something different, that's okay. Like you could cut off the sun and make it, or like the pink flowers in the border. So it can even be bigger. Did you get your box? Oh, yeah, you get to play. Okay, I'm going to cut that strip off. And that's going to cover that up. And this is going to go down at the bottom. I'm going to take just a hair off. What you doing? I still don't know. Oh, he's doing garbage. Oh, it's garbage night. Oh my gosh, it's Thursday night. I completely forgot. It looks like Homer's helping with the garbage tonight. Oh, here you go. And my garbage. Oh no, he's taking all my good scraps. Just kidding. Because see, I usually throw them in the garbage, and I don't wad them up until I go in case I have to go back, because it's not a gross garbage most of the time. Okay. These butterflies are just so pretty. So I'll move it up just so it's barely underneath. All right, then we'll just put that there to So if you missed our first video or you haven't started yet, I did post photos over in Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations on Facebook, and of each page with everything that I laid out. Well, I usually don't either, but you know what? It's gone now. So if I needed a scrap, well, And then you can also make this wider if you need or however, but I did post all of the cute little ephemeras that we used. So one thing that we're going to do here is we're going to build a flower collage. And we do have, I need to make sure, because, okay, we're going to use that. I'll lay them out first. We do not, that's for another page, so don't use that. And also, okay, I took him out, your pink teacup. We don't want to get, okay. And then memories will go down here at the bottom. And sometimes it's just how, you know, when it was die cut, you might have to pull out some papers, and that's okay. All right, we're going to grab flowers because we're going to build that cute little collage. Again, I just want to double check. No, looks like we're going to use those two. Oh, wait a minute. Did we have two of these? Okay, we have two of these. So this one, oh, this one is going to go in the middle of our flowers. The other one is not. Then we have the orange, little orange flower. I'm trying to lay them out here. So if you're pulling them right now, you've got the yellow, the blue, the pink. You've got these three kind of together. And then we have, I am going to pop some butterflies in there. And this is for the back cover, so I want you to remove that. It's always good to do one last double check. Okay. All right, everything else we need to leave alone. So the idea here, I don't know, something tells me. What did I do here? Okay, so we will have some that are like popped up. We have to play with it for a minute. And you get to hear Wilbur snore in the background. So we're just going to do some tucking here. And I know we always say why, because I'm not going to put it back the same way. And that's very true, but it'll be close. Okay, kind of turn them to their side a little bit so they look like they're spread out here like a flower garden. I'm just checking my colors so we can kind of get things. So they will literally lay somewhat on their sides. Then you're just going to pop them in. See, this one will be up on foam, so we'll have some layers. It won't look like this where we're just shoving them right this moment. Okay. Like back behind. And then we'll have our little butterfly sticking out on the ends and over our pockets. And then our cute memories, see, will come right across there. And we've made a flower garden. I just love it. So shall we try it again? I'm going to first take him off because this is going to be up on our foam tape. And after you lay it out, let's just kind of keep them together and down towards the bottom. There we go. We want to attach them. Now, because they're hidden, you can also take a stapler. I've done that before, and you don't see it. Okay. This one is not on foam, and these two aren't. So I'm just going to grab them and do the same thing. Don't worry about getting glue everywhere, because it does wipe off of these. They have a nice finish. Until it dries, that is. Okay. We got them? We got them. Remember, these were laying somewhat at an angle. Okay. Just on about a quarter of it, it will stick out, and you just want it above the ring, but I wanted it to stick over the edge of the paper. And the same with our yellow one. Okay. I know, that's called blind gluing. You're not going to see, but you'll know it's there because it attaches. All right. Let's turn him that way so we see more of him. Now don't attach onto your base, though. You want to get into that pocket. Now, if something happens and you don't feel you've got it full enough here, then you're just going to get into your ephemera pieces. If you feel you want something more, but we'll put this on first, though. You could always attach, and I just might, because it never goes down. It doesn't even look like the other one I did. It never goes down the same way, but that's okay. That's why we create. So we're going to put some foam along the bottom. And one just kind of in the center. See if you feel like you want to fill in a little more. Well, it's kind of already made its home there, so I guess it's going. Just make sure you get the adhesive on this, you don't want it to be in the way. And let's see, you've got, it's like, and look, we didn't use a birdhouse. We could even cut that off. Oh my gosh, you guys. Sorry, we're going a little rogue here. So I'm going to cut that off, but we're not getting rid of that because it could even come down. Oh my gosh, look. It doesn't look like the other one, but you know what? That's okay. Let's see. I am going to put it on the back because it's going to scoot. Ooh, maybe I'm not. Took it off the center there. Okay, we're okay. We don't see the birdie a lot, but that's okay. He's hidden in the flowers. See, it looks like he's hiding in there. It's Mama Bird with her eggs. So she's hiding. So use up your extras if you want. You're going to have quite a bit left. Then we're going to bring memories. That squish back down. Okay. And I am going to use my small ones. That I keep losing. See, this one I put down. It's a little, they come out different every single time. Oh my goodness, I just had those. Okay. I'll make my own because we just want some little ones. As soon as I cut these, I'll find them. Because I basically, I'll show you, only need them. We only need it here on the ends. And then we'll just add our adhesive. This will pop it up just fine. Now you can also cut off the basket if you don't like it. Just cut it off and have your 3 flowers. Some adhesive there. That piece is still there. There we go. And I know that may be a lot for some of you. If it's too much, you definitely can calm it down. But you guys, it needs a bird. I mean, there's a bird in there, but it needs another bird. I know. You're like, oh my gosh. Well, it's that one page that you can put a lot of stuff on if you want. And then when you're all done, you're going to use your leftover paper of whatever you like. And see, you can make some tags to go in. You can even make some envelopes, but you'll have tags in there. So there's that side. Oh, the one thing I did, I took one of those other tags out and put it in. So if you want to remember, we had these. So if you want, I would say buy another sheet because these are so cool. I love these big ones because they, we have the single sheets, but they'll be really cute in there too. Now let's turn it over. Now we got some piecing to do. Wow, we're getting done. So let me just tell you what we used. This was a piece that we had cut, and I put the stripe at the bottom, so we're going to use a striped piece. Then we want our buggies, so you will have to look into your scraps. We have our buggies that I chose, and you do have other scraps, so if you want different, I always say you can use different. And let's get that plaid and then our buggies. So and you're going to have to cut it, but you have a 12 by 12 for that, and it's bugs on one side. I don't think you have any scraps either. And then we are going to cut these. They're going to be, of course, 6 inches wide, and we are going to cut them 2 5/8. Yep, 6 inches by 2 5/8. And I'll start with this one. Okay, 2 5/8 by 6. Perfect. And whoops. We'll just not do one long nice strip. 2 5/8 by 6, making sure, yep, this is up the correct way. Okay, so let's lay those down. And if you need to lay it down with your temporary adhesive before you glue it down, otherwise just kind of eyeball. And when you feel comfortable, you're going to have the spaces in between. That's how I made it. We're going to just pick up one piece and glue it down. Now, if you want, you can also make these 2 3/4. I wanted the white showing. That's why I went 2 5/8. 2 3/4 will bring them, of course, closer together. I'll come back and do that even better here in a minute. This is my favorite one. I just love those little mushrooms and the bugs and the frogs. Okay, now let's take this piece or let me grab We should have one more piece of that because it has the bigger butterflies. Let me check. Nope, we'll take it from there. We are just going to check one thing. Okay, let's go ahead and take it from here. It is going to be directional, so we can't take it from here. Hold on, because our photo mat's 4.5 by 6.5. So guys, I'm going to have to do a little change up here. And it's probably how I cut the paper again. But it's okay, because this, sorry. You know, it's another one of those I need a nap. This is the one we want. Sorry. For some reason, I thought it was only 6 inches long. It's not. It's long enough. So when you hear me rambling, don't cut anything because you know I don't know what I'm talking about. 4.5 is our first cut. And then 6.5. It's 8 inches long. So we have plenty of paper. And then we need a 4 by 6 photo mat. A white one. I've been working on 2 albums. And we did this one this morning. Then I kind of worked on another one. Then we went to the warehouse. We had filming to do. We had to meet the filming. And then I came home and I grabbed the baby album. I'm like, I got to work on it. Then we went to this. So I'm a little delusional. I apologize. But I'll get it together. This I do put upon foam dots, or if you have foam tape, it might go a little quicker. And I don't have enough, so I'm really getting low on my foam tape from these albums. So we'll have to just use quite a bit here. Sorry. So I did give you 3. I gave you, I think, 1 of each. And it's to help supplement what you're going to use. Sorry. Now remember too, if you don't want to pop these up on foam, you don't have to. But your album won't be as chunky. So maybe you don't want it as chunky, and that's okay. You just won't use the foam. Or if you have your own stash, maybe you do have some that you cut that you like better. It's just taking the backing off. I hate to make you sit through, but you can fast forward in the video version. right, let's put this in the center. Okay, so we want the rainbow. And love you so much. Now I cut the little tail off. So that will go up on our foam. And then we need our cloud, the happy cloud. Because I popped him down there. So all you want to do here is just across the pink, you can add your adhesive and then just set that there. So your photo will go in. Now this one, we have to do this outside edge with our foam that matches because we want it to be as high. So I'll go to this corner, and this corner. So I'll do 3 corners. Okay, it got stuck. So see, you can take these and cut them and use the strips there. Too close. You know, I don't know what to think of that, Tomla. You said, I'm laughing at you and no one else has commented. Either that means everybody's agreeing with you or you're still all laughing. No, I don't blame you. At least you laugh at me and you don't throw tomatoes at me. What those little pieces are, they didn't cut it very well. All right, and then the cloud is flat. So we're just going to tuck him in there under our photo mat. We'll check that. Okay, and we are done. And then you can go back and add your tags. Make sure nothing's stuck. I have a little foam dot sticking out there. So I'm going to take, let me get a little scrap piece of paper. Somebody took my scraps with them. So I have a foam dot back there. And it's a little above the pocket. So I'm just going to attach. There we go. I just ripped that little piece of paper. There we go. Put it right on that foam dot. Perfect. Okay. If you're working along with me, then you notice that your book on the left-hand side now is really fat. So let's go ahead and take out, we only have these 2 left. Let's just take those out so we can put this one in and close it. Otherwise, your pages, see, they're all going to start falling out because now it's getting pretty thick. So here's one that we're going to do next. And this is the one I have to change what we're using. But that's okay because we're going to use the orange, which matches here, and our little froggies. Okay. It was one of that I cut wrong, which it's a good thing our paper all matches, right? So we want to use this one. But here's the thing. We have to first, because we're going to use this on our back cover. So I want to cut this right here. See this? For our back cover first. That's the most important. And it's a little different in size. It's not the 6. We're going to cut it at 6 1/4. So it's going to be 6 1/4 by 5 3/4. And I want to cut that first. Okay, this is for my back page. Now this, we're going to cut it 4 inches. No, we're not, because it won't work. So we're going to cut this at 6. First, I'm going to measure something. Nope. Here's the thing. I need a 4 by 6. And I messed it up with not cutting straight across. So I'm going to use, instead of the pink, let me show it to you again. And because I want these guys in the bottom to match. See, it was the pink and I didn't cut that strip across, but it butterflies. So I'm going to use this one. And you can actually pick from your scraps, but we need to get a 4 by 6. That's the thing. So just remember, when you start working on your album, and when I say cut it, don't cut it 6, cut it 8, and then cut it 6, so that you keep these long strips for the things we need them for, which is what I didn't do, and I apologize. But this is just as cute, and we put a photo mat back here, so no problem. Now we can cut this one at 4 by 3 because we want the 4 by 3s. This one is going to be a little short, unfortunately, so we'll cut another one. Okay, but this is going to look great. And we are getting down on our photo mats. So we want, for sure, a 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. And then do you remember that green? Okay, so it should be 3 1/2 by 5 1/2. So our 3 1/4 by 5 1/4 is going to go on there. And then this, we do have a photo mat here on the front, and it's 5 by 3. And it's our last one. It goes up here in the corner. And then we have our 2 3/4. Oh, I need to cut those. So I need 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Now that's my last piece. And 3 3/4. Move that, and let's get all our photo mats put on, the white ones. You know, I always worry, even though I'm going to put a photo there, I always worry this might show through, even though I did it really light. Because I don't like to use the little sticky notes. They fall off. So I do like to erase it. But I only do it, you know, on those top ones when I'm sorting through. I mean, when we're cutting them so that we can sort them. So this one's going to sit to the left up on the corner. Because glue fingers and white paper just don't match. And this is going to go on the back side. Okay, let's turn it over this way so it's not upside down. Even though we wouldn't be seeing it, it would be hidden. You wouldn't notice, but okay. Let's just slip this one in the top. We'll do the decorating on the outside. Okay, so how these are going to be, the bugs will be in the front, and then the orange plaid will be in the back. So this one will have a photo mat. The back does not, so we're going to pop that in there. And then the back is where the photo mat goes here. There it is. Okay, let's start here with the front. And I'm going to grab my little teacup. I just love this little teacup. This one is solid. Okay, we're going to put it on the front, on the plastic, and then the word life. Okay. Okay, these are sticky. I just love them. And then life, So these are a little tricky. And as you can see, the square dots work so much better with the small areas. We have the blue, the red one is your round dots, but they're so big. They were giving me problems in that last video. Okay, now sticker sheet. We want, if you want, but I took the word best friends right here. Like I said, you can use your art glitter glue. I've seen some do that. You just have to let it dry. Otherwise, I just use my dots. Okay. And then our flowers. Okay, there's our front. When we flip it to the back, we have a little butterfly. Here we go. With the tails. And then we have a word. Lovely. Let's bring it down so we can see some of the white photo mat. And then our little butterfly. So I like to just kind of touch and get one dot at a time. Okay, and the word gardening. So I'll do the same thing just because it's so little. Okay, isn't that cute? So there's our sleeve page that's going to go in just a minute. And now we have our banner piece to make. Okay, I think we did cut, didn't we cut that? You guys, I can't remember. Did we cut that in video 1? Because, ugh. I don't see where I cut it. I thought we did, but we may not have. So, I'm going to change the color on this one. We're going to do the banner. This is the color I used before. I think I went and cut mine. Boy, I'm doing really great, huh? But it's okay because we're going to do, the original is the banner in this color, but I'm going to use the photo mat in this, my banner in this color. And then I know we cut that white because it's a great big piece. So, or the bigger piece. I remember cutting that with you guys. Yes, I did. 4 5/8 by 6 1/2. So what I did is I took my banner piece and cut it. I'm good at that. Have you noticed? I apologize. We got plenty though. Okay, let's take this guy out. I'm going to remeasure. Oh yeah, I remember cutting this. Because we cut it 6 3/4 by 7. And that's exactly what I did. I cut it for something else. But I'm just going to do it reversed. So 6 3/4, or turn it the right way. It's 5 by 6 3/4. Okay, and then we have a photo mat that's going to go. That is 4 by 4. I'm just double checking. Yeah, I sure did. I cut it. Okay, that's going on the center. And this is our 4 5/8 by 6 1/2. We need to find the center of this first one. That's 5 inches. And so we want to just make a little mark at the 2 1/2. And if you want to measure, if you feel better with measuring, then I went up the center with my ruler. About 1 3/4 inch. So there's my 2 inch. I'm just going to put a little dot there, not very big. I'm going to cut the center. And you can put it in your cutter if you want a straighter line. At 2 1/2, you're going to put it at 2 1/2 and then cut up to your dot, or you can just hand cut. Either way. Now, if you want to hand cut it, you're going to cut from this corner, like I do on the banner pieces. You're just going to cut to that center. Or if you feel comfortable putting it in the cutter, you want the corner in the groove. Ooh, I didn't cut all the way through. I didn't push hard enough, so let me just hand cut. So this tip corner will be in the groove, and then the center just like so. And I'm going to clean that center off. Okay, now this piece I do different. This is that 4 5/8 by 4 5/8 by 6 1/2. This is the repositional that we sell. I just love it. And then we're going to set our matting. Then I turn it over. And cut up the center. Mostly I just wanted my center. Okay. Because I wanted that center perfect. So now I'll just take from my point and we'll get rid of that. Oh, I have that tape on there. And it's sticking to everything. Boy, that didn't cut very good. I didn't cut that right. Okay, we're going to try this again. I'm not going to do it the pattern way this time. Well, kind of, because you got to have that center. I don't know why it didn't. So I won't cut it this time. We'll just go up the center. Okay, and then I'll extend it just a little bit more. I don't know what I did on, well, it's kind of like it now too. So I'm actually going to trim this one. I don't like it. So let's just trim it. I've never had that happen before, but that's okay. It'll be just a little bit shorter. That looks much better. Okay, that's what we'll go with. Sometimes you just have to go with it. It's just going to be a little bit shorter than my original one. It was, you know, like a garden flag. That was my intent. Okay, now our 4x4 photo. I want the textured on the outside. I'm just curious. It's not much shorter, so it's just fine. Okay, let's grab this one. Now make sure it's not upside down. That's just what we took out a few seconds ago. And then I did put the matting right to the top of the page. Let me just check the back. Oh, perfect. Oh, the back. Okay, the back. I think we have 2 more photo mats. And they're not 4 by 6 because they're too big. They're 3.5 by 5.5. I don't know why we have so many left. Oh, you know I did cut a couple of extras, but I'm like, well. So this, because we did already use it, and I just wanted this for photos, I covered this. And I know we talked to that in the beginning. So I covered that inside so that we had it for photos. Oh, good night, April. Thanks for popping in. I have a feeling she might be live on her channel. Now, yes, you can see some of the butterflies like sticking out, but it wasn't enough to bother me. And if it bothers you, then you can go in and get some of your little buggies and put them on there, or flowers. Or you can leave the photo mats off if you just want to use it for journaling. I think didn't we already use these? And I wanted photos. Okay, let's just pop this now into our pocket with this on the front, and we want this, and then we want picture perfect at the bottom. You know, after a while squeezing your glue bottle. Okay, let's get out our cute little mushrooms. I'm going to start with my butterfly going up in the corner. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. I just noticed I didn't do it on the other one. This comes out. Okay. Well, so pop that out. It looks better. I left it in on the other one. That's okay. So this one, last time I put it up here. Yeah, I think I will. I was just concerned about the coral on coral, but it's cute. So now you can add your photo. And then you can even journal down there. And when we turn it over to the back, we are going to take from our sticker sheet this one right here, this great big floral. and it goes in the center. So just a little extra sticky power there. And that, my crafting friends, that was the last page. Woohoo! We survived, didn't we? Okay, this one will go down, but see, I'm missing a page. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Hold on, we're getting pretty thick. Oh, it fell. There we go. I'm going to say, I know I'm crazy, but oh, goodness. So, how many are this far? I know. It's the, oh, they did such a fun job with these graphics. Okay, let's grab that piece that we cut to make sure I didn't mess it up. So it's going to go up here at the top. And one thing I need to get in here for, because we had a sticker sheet. Let's see, and I knew oh goodness, you know what? Don't tell me oh, he took my garbage. Okay, we're going to have to do a little bit because we had this border left. And there it is. Whew. I'm just going to be scared here for a minute. We need that border. Okay, because I'm going to use the coral colored one. So this is going to sit like right next to the edge there. And then our polka dots, this piece, I'm going to cut this at 6 1/4. We're going to go ahead and put this down, and then I'll get a proper measurement on that. Okay, I'm just going to mute you for 1 second, guys. Okay, guys, I've got the Verizon, so we have, spam and all this stuff. And we're going to cut 2 7/8 by 6 1/4. And oh my gosh, I block these numbers, and I still get umpteen calls. I've gone on to the do not call list, everything, and they're going to drive me crazy. And the spam mail, oh, it's killing me. Okay, this should just come right up to the coral there. Oh, and I hit the to be taken off of our list. And so they just call with a different number. I'm like, the phone You know, it's a love-hate relationship. We need it. But goodness, what we put up with. Okay, let's go ahead and take our banner piece here, and we're going to cut a 6 1/4 inch piece of just the coral. So I won't cut through. I won't cut through to the other one, and always cut it just a hair longer than the actual measurement. Easier to trim it. Nope, it's great. Hey, Wilbur. So he just woke up and he thinks we all should just go outside and play ball with him. Okay. So first I'll put my flowers down. And on this, I don't pop anything up. Oops, keep it even there with the matting. And dream. You babble. Oh, maybe. I don't know what to do. Well, I try not to answer it. And a lot of times it'll say this was spam. And I've even had, but the problem there is sometimes the customer's number. Or I won't answer it. Next thing I know is they call from a different number. And I'm like, enough. But I'm going to try that. I'll just get on there and start babbling like I'm a crazy person. And actually, you guys can vouch for me. I am a crazy person, right? So, oh, the sticker sheet. Let your dreams be your wings. I thought this was a super cute way to end our book. We're just going to center, eyeball center. And then our cute little sunshine. And I chose this one over the one with the sun rays because they are getting just a little bit bent. And so I wanted to put this one on some foam. This is the only one I put on foam, but the little are little ones that aren't so thick. Okay. Now we need to pop it back to this little guy. And remember this one? This was the tab we punched, and you'll see where the matting ends. I just added that to the door as just an opener. So I'm going to put that there, and we're going to have to hold it for a minute. I didn't go exactly in the middle. I just kind of, as you saw, I put it there. Ooh. Okay, camera, straighten out. Sorry, my camera will straighten out in a minute. All right. I'll tell you what, let's, oh yeah, because we already used this. Let's find something that maybe, so it can come into focus. There we go. I thought, well, it's trying. I think the Doodlebug paper Okay, let me move the book for a second. Oh, there we go. I think we're coming back into focus. All right, I think we did. All right, and then don't forget, if you want to go back in and mat these, you can mat these or you can leave them plain. You just use your leftover papers. My plan is to, just put the photos, see what happens. So it's better if you can get some strips. I cut some tiny strips to put there, and I will do that. So we are now going to create the cover and the back, but let's do the front first. Because the front, you're going to want this piece of butterflies that we have left. And then we have the green on the bottom. And the green is this piece. So let me get you a measurement. Now I know it's going to be 6 1/4. So it looks like it went 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. Okay, 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. And then from our green, we'll go the 6 1/4. And we'll plan on going 2 1/8. But first, I want to put this down and get a good measurement so that I get it correct. And you will have just a little bit there space, but you know what? We have the pink ribbon that's going to go around. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm doing the measurement. So we're going to go 2 3/8 by 6 1/4 with the green. And I love it. We don't mess around. We get our albums done. I'm telling you, this is such a cute one. So happy we got her done. And then, once again, we're going to use this border piece. So we'll use the center one in just a minute. So we'll have that one handy. And we're going to go ahead and put these down. Okay, my butterflies went down first. Oh, there it is. They will butt right up next to each other. I don't know if this person's watching. Her name's Christy. She just posted on my video 3 that we did this morning. But if you want to see the walkthrough, there is a walkthrough of the album on my tutorial. And so I don't post the still pictures because there's so many of them. But you can watch my walkthrough. Okay, now the middle one. So it's going to be about the same length as we just did with the coral. Again, cut it a hair longer than the 6 1/4. Oh, we don't need that top half. There we go. I'm going to turn my book upside down. Okay, that's going to go right across the top. Start at this outside edge, because if it was too short, we're going to hide it here with ribbon, but this isn't too short. And I just put it at the top of the cardstock, and that's why I like to add glue. It becomes permanent, and you can also move it for a second. Okay, now before we add all the pretty things, we want to put down the ribbon. Okay, so guess what? I need a glue gun. My other one don't work, and I forgot to check these out because one of my family members, and you know, there's only one other that live in the house with me now that the kids are all, and he is always telling me, well, I didn't take it. He's the only other person that lives here. So I'm like, yeah, you did. You took my chargers and my glue sticks. I don't think this will take many ones. No, we'll be fine, I do believe. Okay, let's get out our pink ribbon. We are in the home stretch. So just take your whole length, and what I want you to do is just divide it in half. Okay, we're not cutting it or anything. We're just getting the center, basically. So once you have your center, let me show you. Hold your finger here because I want you to bring the center down to where these two guys meet. And your art glitter glue will hold it. And if you want to add your this, or what am I thinking? This will work. Our fabric tack. I really don't need the glue gun yet. I wasn't thinking. I keep forgetting we now have this. So I'm going to add my fabric tack, or that it is fabric tack, but I'm going to add it there. And it does dry pretty fast. And I keep forgetting we have it. It will dry clear. And you really don't, oh, you don't want to use a whole bunch. So you'll see it kind of coming through, but it dries. It will dry clear. Okay. I'll move some things over here. So we're going to bring this in. And the reason I wanted it this where we put it is because we're going to tie it down here. It looks really cute. But we need to stay to the inside of our flap here to open. Remember, don't go over the top. So you'll just kind of move it here to the inside. Oh, just don't chew up my paper. Wilbur? Silly boy. Don't eat the paper. He's chewing up my paper that fell. All right, so keep your glue to the inside on the spine piece, just to the pocket. Just glue to the pocket, and just glue to the pocket down here at the bottom. That may not be enough. Yes, I do. We said, you know what? Neither did I forgot, Tommy. We've actually had it for quite a while, and I completely forgot. And I actually ran out. Anne Marie was here for a class on our design team, and I ran out to get some, and she's like, you have that in the warehouse. I'm like, oh my gosh, you are kidding. Yeah, we've had it for a long time, and I forgot about it. Okay, so this is, I love this ribbon because it doesn't matter. You can use either side. I'm just going to tie it in a cute little knot. So you can use this on the inside on tags, anything you want. And I'm going to use my gigantic cigarette lighter. I still need to get a small one. Okay. We will need hot glue for the bow that we're going to make on the front. Okay, that's what's next. Is our black and white ribbon. So let me show you here. Our bow has, it's not, we have a loop, and then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces that are going to be, let's straighten that guy out here. We're going to cut 5 pieces that are 6 inches long. That's why you're going to have extra ribbon. So I'm just going to measure out 12, and then I'll cut mine in half. So just cut out 3 6-inch pieces. Oh, there's my other scissors. I need to clean those. Those ones have glue. And these are long. So there's 2, 4. Oh, that's plenty. But we're going to cut them in half. That's why they're so long. "12 inches long," and then we're cutting them in half. And then we're going to fold them in half. And we're going to cut the ends. So I fold it in half, and then from the fold, pointing my scissors away from me and up, I get that. So I have 6 pieces here, and that's okay. I'm going to use all 6 because we cut 3 12 inches and then cut them in half, and we can have 6. We can have 6 pieces. It just makes a more fluffy bow, and we like fluffy bows. And one more. Okay. Then if you want, you can do this now or later, or you can just not do it and they'll get just a little frizzy, and that's okay too. That looks cute. And then if you burn them too much, you can recut them. Actually, I need to get a smaller lighter. I'll just keep it on. All right, let's just grab, now you've got quite a bit. And so I want quite a long tail. I'm going to tell you how long. So it's just 12 inches here. We'll cut it. And then I'm just going to wrap it. I'm trying to give you some measurements. So about 6 inches. Or let's just do it this way. This is going to be a lot simpler. We're just going to tie a bow. Now, in just a second, I'm going to tell you what my bow comes out to be. So I just lay it down. It's 5 inches from right to left. And then keep your tails for right now about 5 to 6 inches long. We'll cut them in just a minute. So you still have more. Now I'm going to need some hot glue, so we'll get that going. And now we just want to take these pieces and we're going to start crisscrossing them. I'm just going to pinch it in the center to pick it up. There we go. 6 might be too many, but yeah, I'm going to take one off. It is too thick with that 6th one. I'm just going to pinch it to pick it up. But we're going to use it. I'm just going to wrap it around the center. Just to hold it for a minute. Then you can kind of move them around. I mean, the whole idea was that it was supposed to be just like floppy, not super neat. So I'm just waiting for my hot glue gun. Oh, goodness, did my battery die? No, come on, don't die. I asked, like I said, somebody in my house to find my other battery. because I do not have a plug-in one. I see something. Okay. Let's go with the small one. Sorry, we are, oh my gosh, we're doing good. It's only been 2 hours. I usually try to, well, you know how things go with me. This won't take much longer, I promise. Then what happens is we attach this on here, and then we have that cute floppy bow. Okay, this one's too long. Nice thing about a plug-in glue gun, you can just keep it, you know, plugged in. Oh my gosh, come on. Let's get hot. You never get hot when you want them to. There, I think we're okay. Okay, today glue gun. But we're almost there. As soon as we get our little glue gun hot, we'll put our cover on, the paper on the back. We're done. We're done, and you can just craft your hearts out this weekend. So who's planning on crafting, and who's planning on going on, who's just enjoying the long weekend? Are we hot? Oh, come on. Oh my gosh, come on. Maybe if I stop playing with it, huh? Oh, it's getting hot. We're good. And the reason I went to my weird memory keepers, it doesn't burn you, but it died, as you know, in my other shows, and I can't get it to, I just can't get it to do anything anymore. There it is. Yay, we've got some hot glue. But this one gets so hot. That I have to be careful. There we go. So once you get your first spot of glue there, hot, hot, hot. Okay. Okay, now put my top one on, and there you go. Turn it so the nice side of your bow, the nice side of your knot, is the one showing. Okay. Now we're going to use we're going to put this on our book first, and then we're going to use the yellow twisty stuff. Well, no, we need to put that on first. Sorry. So where's my... Oh, okay. That'll keep him busy, huh? So I'm going to take about 5 inches and leave that sticking out. And I like this stuff. You're going to bring it up and just, you can just wrap it. It's wire, so We'll just get in between two little pom-poms and twist. And then I'm just going to wrap it again and again and again. Just get some cute pom-poms there, however many you want, or however much, you know, you want in the center. And of course, once we get it on the book, we'll make it prettier. Okay. Then when you cut it, leave at least 5-inch tails. And you will have more left, of course. And once we get this down and it's good and dry, see, then we'll fluff it out and we will cut. We'll cut the bows, tails to kind of match. Now you should be able to move some of your ribbons still, but we're going to glue it down and that will go away here pretty soon. You won't be able to move it in just a minute. Okay. So with our book, and I turn it sideways, so the bulk of it is this way, not into our book. Oh, I need another. And you can see how hot that is, and you can smell it. So I like it to be almost, you know, it's going to hang over the top just a little bit. Oh, yes, you will. But Sandra, you're going to get lots of cool photos. So what's fun about this now, see, you'll be able to just, you can even cut this if you want, or you can twist it some more. But right now I just leave it until the book is completely done. And then we'll play with this some more after we get all of the pretties on. And you can then, you know, spread everything out how you like it. Here in a minute. Now I'm going to do the same with these tails. I'm just going to cut them to go about to the edge of the book. It needs to go this way. Well, it wants to go this way, so. I'll burn those in just a minute. And I don't need the glue gun, so we'll turn that off. And there's the bow, so cute. And now we can get all of our cute stuff. Okay. Now, glue. I'm going to have hot glue all over my fingers. So we have Happy Forever. We have our trees. There should be 2 in here. Yep, 2 trees. The bird bath, because I could not resist. We have our flowers, our doodle pop, and then I have a bee. Isn't he cute? And of course, our greenhouse. Okay, I like to start from the top and work down to begin with. And that's why I like my bow on first. Then I can see if I need to place, you know, my wording or what I'm going to put someplace else. So Happy Forever. And then this will go over the greenhouse. So we want to make sure we leave a spot there. And we're going to pop all this fun stuff up on foam. Here in just a minute. So that's going to sit somewhat behind. And on top of the ribbon there. Then we will have our trees, and we're going to stagger them so they look like, you know, so they look real. Then our bird bath. Then we'll have our bee. One thing I didn't grab was You Are My Sunshine. And, you know, I'm taking anybody out there, if you want to come and clean up my craft room when I'm done. It's a mess. And, you know, I thought I was going to keep working on that baby book. You guys, I'm not. I'll work on it tomorrow. And I'll have it ready for you this weekend. Okay, so one thing I'm going to do is go ahead and move everything up a little because, oh, no, it says You Are Beautiful. I want You Are My Sunshine. Did I accidentally use that in my book? Happy birthday. It's yellow. Did I put it in here? I did not. So I'm wondering if we have another one on our cut apart sheet that had all those words. Okay, well, it's a yellow, You Are My Sunshine. So I will use this as my spacer right now because I do want You Are My Sunshine, and I know it's going to show up. So I'm going to just use a temporary, a little bit of the temporary. And let's put this down here at the bottom, just so we have our spacer. And then I will find it because it's here. Boom. And let's go ahead and let's start with Happy Forever. And I'm going to load it up where I can with the full circles. Then I'll just cut these. Or again, you can cut, watch. And so if you did get some like this in your kit, they're handy. Oh, I had one and I threw it away and he took my garbage out. Okay, I'll use my cut ones. Well, we're now, what I always say, in the home stretch. It's so funny when my dogs look in the window at me. Like, you still working? Now let's just cut that off. And then we have the strip we need. I think I'm cleaning my tools this weekend. They've had a good workout this month. Okay. Everything moved. There it is. and forever will be flat. Okay, let's move to the greenhouse because it's the next biggest thing that we have. And we do want to load up the back with our foam dots. Now, when we load it up, kind of keep it to the end, you know, don't go clear to the edge because we want to stick some things back there. Mostly the trees and then our flowers, but I'll show you how I do that. I'm going to actually stick them onto these foam dots. Oh, what am I thinking? I'm not crafting Saturday, and I'm going, we're just going up to this little town. I forgot. How easily we forget, huh? Okay, I'm going to hold this about where I want it. One thing I do, I know my I want my tree back there to look like it's coming up in the back. So I'm just going to kind of grab it there. See, we're going to slide that in. And for me, it's just easier to do it for placement this way. So I know that it'll be where I want it. And then the trees will get glue. Okay, that looks good. Now my flowers. And I'll do the same thing here. I want them down here. I want them like they're behind. Kind of just let it grab there. Okay. So now when I put this down, see, it's going to go down pretty much as a unit. That goes down further. Oh, well, it is a break. We're going down to what's called Spring City. So yes, I am taking a break. That will be fun. And we're going to that antique house to see all the fun things. Okay, just let my daughter know. Hey, we're live. We're crafting. We're kind of busy. No, okay. Now add your adhesive because I want those flat. Okay, there we go. Now let's burnish things down. Okay, then our cute little bird bath. So we need to put it up on foam also. Let's see. I wanted to hide that tree. There we go. Tree stem, and then we've got a cute little flower there. So yes, you are absolutely right. Saturday is going to be a break. We better have one right there. And then where it attaches to the greenhouse, there we go. Of course, this isn't permanent because I got to find my other one because I don't know what I did with it. Okay, where's our cute doodle pop? Get it there on the little sun rays so that they are secure. Oh, he's so cute. Okay, and our bee is helping to pollinate the flowers. And then you can play with your bow and, you know, really fluff it up there how you want. I need to find my word. I did bring that down kind of low, so I don't know if I will have it. I may just stick it up under because I got to find the You Are My Sunshine. I don't know what I did with it for the bottom. Then I did add some more of the grass. So if you want to add more of, you know, that cute grass we had, you can. I did add, and actually we added another flower I missed. So let me show you. Added another layer of grass. Then it looks like I did add one more flower, but you don't really see it. That's why I missed it. And then I had the grass kind of the second layer. So let's add that because it does look cute. Actually, I'm going to add some more grass instead of a word. No, upside down there. So again, you have so many things to still play with for those of you who, you know, want to add more. I'm just going to tuck that little grass up there. You could even add a little piece of grass here if you wanted. And so that's the cover. And then for our back, for the back, I took it all the way to the bottom. And now I'm really running out of room. Okay. You do have one piece of paper left. No, actually, guys, you should have two. This one I did so that you could have cut aparts to put in your pockets, and then you have this one because I always like to have extra paper because, as you can see, things happen and sometimes you just can't help it. But we have this one left. And it's our green, and this is what we're going to use for our back. And you should have this whole piece just like mine. Now our cover is, so we know it's going to be 6 1/4, but we want it to be 6 1/4 by 8 5/8. And then that's it. We are done. I am so excited. And for those of you who are able to come into the store here in West Haven, then 8 5/8. You will see one of these on display because it will be in the store. Okay, let's just glue that to the back. Hi, Wilbur. He's like, Mom, are you done? You've been down here all day. Oh, did I get it in time? I got it in time. That was pure luck. Make sure you get those corners. Okay, sticker sheet. And it's our. So I used this one. You could use this one. I always like to finish off the back of the book with something cute, usually. This one says, always take the scenic route. Okay, we are done. Let me show you one last thing. This goes a little bit bigger. I got to smooth. I got to, what do you call? I got to play with it. Spread it out. There we go. This is the charm. So this is the hanging charm. So I'd say if you're going to keep it for yourself, you might want to get one. I put these on my purse, all the new ones that come out. I just love them. And then I hang them up. I have a wire rack thing behind me, and then I'll hang them up and rotate them. But anyway, it does say Doodlebug, and these are so nice. But if you wanted to get one for yourself, then you can hang it right on the end. That one I will. This one will go to the store. And then we can just play with this until you get it how you like it. There we go. It'll start to relax once you're spreading it out and playing with it and moving the tails. There we go. That's what they're called. You should be able to still pull them a little bit. Well, maybe not. Okay. Get the glue up. There we go. Okay, you guys, we did it. Yay. We are done. We've done 3 albums. 4, actually, because we did Rust and Rev. We got Rust and Rev done the end of April. We did the Meow, the Bow Wow, and this one. So before I go, I want to give you guys, again, some of you missed it, that sneak peek. So let me put this one up here. Again, it's getting huge. I gave a sneak peek this afternoon. Let me see, where should we have a sneak peek? Oh, wait till you see this. I am just loving this. Look at this. You guys, look how cute. And should we do one more? I will be doing this in, did I show that? Oh, wait till you see this. Wait until you see this. Look at how cute. Get your little picture. Oh, sometimes you just have to show what is cute, right? So this is, if you've purchased it, and like I said, I know some of you did. I'm almost done. I know some of you did purchase this, and the kits already went out, so you'll be getting them, but I will be doing a full walkthrough. I've got to do some more finishing of this, but we'll be doing the full walkthrough, and then I'll make this with you in June. Can you believe June? Oh my gosh. This one, though, I got to calm down because it's getting really big. So that's your sneak peek, and I'll do a full walkthrough. That's right. With the weekend coming, I don't know, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Thank you, guys. Thank you for making these albums with me, and just being crazy with me and enjoying them as much as I am. And you guys have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Stay safe on the roads if you're traveling. And we'll be back with more lives the 1st of June. Bye-bye.